Wow. Girls. Get away. Move. I need to get rid of the curtain. You're not gonna steal my shine today. Yeah. I have no clue. I'm currently in a hotel room and there's just like very cozy section here. It's like really nice, and you know what? I felt inspired, girls, and boys, maybe. I don't know. I feel very cozy on this spot. I was working the whole day here. I did go for a quick walk and then I was like, wow, what is life even about? So that's why we're sitting here. We're just chilling here, you and I. But I am literally blind though. And this light isn't very helpful. I got here like on this trip, like the first day of spring. And the first day of spring was also like the last day of Ramadan. So it was like very weird for a lot of people, like very transitional. And I'm also a spring baby. So I was just rethinking my whole existence. And so I just wanted to like share things with you. And I was thinking that if they help me, they could help you. And that, like that's kind of the point of changing the way you think to feel better, be better, do better. So point one is to just stop waiting to feel ready for something, for anything. You're always gonna wait for something to happen. And you're always gonna wanna find an excuse to not do something. It's kind of about postponing things, but it's about like discouraging yourself into doing that thing. Nobody wakes up a changed person just unless you went through something very traumatic, or change takes work. So like you have to want to change. It's like you can't just accidentally change. It doesn't work like that. You need to feel ready and be ready and stop waiting for yourself to become ready, because that's not a thing. You're like, I'm gonna work out tomorrow, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, I'm gonna whatever tomorrow, and it's really like easy to say, right? But stop waiting to feel ready. You are ready. You just don't want to be ready, because when you are ready, changes happen, and when changes happen, it's scary and you're just waiting to be scared later on. But you're gonna need to start feeling ready to be scared now, because if you want your life to change, you need to understand that you are ready. Point number two, stop being vague about what you want. Like you want a better version of yourself. You don't know what you want. You just know you want something good, but what is that even? If the thing you want is very vague, well, your actions are going to be vague because you don't know what you're going towards. So that's when you haven't planned ahead. You just start doing a bunch of things kind of, and nothing really happens because, well, you don't know where you're going. And that's what we don't need. We don't need vagueness. We need something more specific, and that's what you're going to work towards. If say you want to lose weight, okay, great. How much weight are we trying to lose? Because like, technically, if you lose one gram, you've lost weight, but like, is that what you want, or do you want more? It's just about setting specific goals and like working towards them, because, well, I know a lot of people don't like that, but you're not manifesting what you want. You're like, yeah, I kind of want something, but I don't really know what I want. So like, yeah, how are you supposed to get something you don't know what? If you want to go on a trip, you know where you're going. You can't just go to the airport and be like, I want to go somewhere. I mean, I guess technically you could if you have a lot of money to spend, but you know what I mean? Not the point. Number three, stop choosing comfort. That kind of goes with the first 2 points, but if you want change and you're not ready for feeling uncomfortable, then it's not gonna work out. Like the version of yourself that you want is like hiding behind comfort, behind this version of yourself that's choosing comfort. So the her that you want to achieve is there, but she's like hidden and she can't come out because it's too comfortable. Like, why would she come out? And by comfort, I do not mean rest, because resting is necessary. It's not about the grind. It's not about the grinding culture. It's absolutely not about that. I think it's very important to have your rest. Rest is healthy, especially I believe for women. I'm not saying men shouldn't rest. What I mean is our cycle fluctuates quite a bit, and you have to be in sync with your body when you need to rest. Like if you, again with the weight loss metaphor, but if you want to lose weight, you're not going to work out like crazy on your period because you shouldn't, and because you deserve to rest. But if you want to lose weight, you need to know when to work out, how to work out, and do it when you can, when you should. So not during like day one of period when you're literally dying. It's not what I mean. So it's just about avoiding the first step, avoiding the necessary conversation that you must have, avoiding the first workout, the first time going to the gym, avoiding literally anything that is blocking you. It's not good. It's about just starting. It's about deciding that you want the change and deciding that the change only starts when you actually start getting out of that comfort zone. Like I made a mini vlog of like going out to get some food because I'm at the hotel with my husband at work, and I'm alone here and I hate eating alone. And I just walked out and I was like struggling to find a place to eat, and then it was very awkward and a very silly example. But what I mean is like, okay, I'm not gonna go out, so I'm not gonna eat, so I'm gonna be hungry. You know what I mean? It's like always gonna fall back on you if you don't make the decision to act. It's very simplistic metaphors that I'm using, but it's like the same thing for like much bigger scales. Point number 4, this one, I am partially gonna hold your hand while I say this because it is harsh and it is true. Stop with the victim mentality. It's just so difficult to get out of that one. I grew up in a poor family, and well, it wasn't great and nothing was really great, and my mom had to deal with a lot of things, and I don't know how she did it, but she did it, and she's a very strong woman for what she did, but never a day in her life did she let go of that. Oh my god, I had so much shit to deal with. And it's true, that is true. And a lot of people have it worse and a lot of people have it better, that's for sure. That's what life is like. And it's even arguable, like you don't even know what is worse to whose standards. I'm sure people would love to pick your struggle and give up theirs. It's you don't know because you're not everybody is different. And like, yes, life is not fair, but the only thing you're doing when you're saying that to yourself is sabotaging yourself, because you're always gonna think that no matter what I do, my life is messed up and I'm always gonna end up losing and all of that. So like, yeah, maybe your life isn't easy, it's probably true, and yeah, then what? What are we gonna do about it? Like, just keeping that idea in your mind isn't not gonna take you anywhere. And I've had a lot of people be like, oh, this never works for me, and why is my life so difficult, why is it so easy, like this and that. I had a colleague who would say that all the time, and most of the time it was her doing. Like, she would talk to the most toxic guy this planet ever carried, and then when he did something toxic, she'd be like, oh my god, my life is so messed up, like why does this keep happening to me? Because girl, you look for it. I'm not saying that it's the case for most people. Sometimes it happens, like you look into trouble and trouble happens. Sometimes you don't even look at it, you just live in your life and shit happens because, well, life is unfair. But like, that mindset is just holding you back, is what I'm saying. And you really need to understand, like, okay, maybe this is shit, but I'm gonna go around that shit and make something good there. And if there's more shit, that's what you need to do from again and again. And it's difficult, it is absolutely difficult. That's why you need to rest, that's why you need to be focused and understand your priorities. And to conclude this point, yes, you can be a victim in certain situations, but it's not a cute mindset to have. It's just not helpful, and it's not being self-aware. Maybe it is to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, it's self-sabotaging, and that's not what you want. And the sooner you understand no one's gonna come to save you, the sooner you're gonna start acting and taking care of yourself the way you should be. Oh, this one, one of my favorites for sure. Stop consuming the life you want. You want to live in Dubai and have a villa and have a pool and have all like that. So you just follow people who have that exact lifestyle, and you're like, oh my god, they're so lucky, they're this, then that, they're that, blah blah blah. You're always looking at their content and you feel like shit because of it. Like, what is that gonna bring you? Like, you don't need more social media, you don't need more people's advice, because most of the time people living that life are arguably, they've scammed people. It's not always clean. I'm not saying all of them, I don't want to generalize, but it's very well known that people living these lifestyles have either sold like terrible courses or whatever they have done. It's not the greatest people, and You just see the result, you just see what they want to show you. And okay, yeah, that's how they make money. They show you what you want. They don't even have that. Most of the time, they're just so unstable, like they don't have their paperwork in order. I don't know what's going on, but no. So you don't need another saved video. What you need is to understand your own needs and start working towards the life you want. But baby steps, like step by step. You're not gonna move out into a villa tomorrow. Neither am I, and I'm aware of that. And I have a vision of my life. I have a vision of the life that I want. And every day I try to work towards that life. And that's it. I look at content. I look at cute girls. I look at cute outfits. It's just nice for me. I like it. I am a girly girl, whatever you want to call it. But I'm aware that those are completely different people. I don't even know their background. I don't know where they're from. I don't know what, maybe they have an inheritance from their family. I don't know. I just know that I don't. And I know that if I want that kind of life, I need to work towards it. And I am. So yeah, to conclude this point, like watching the life you want isn't the same as building it. You're just watching it. You're not living it. So yeah. Number 6, this one kind of goes with manifestation. It's just stop talking about yourself like you're hopeless, because you're not. Because no one on this planet is worthless. Maybe your life isn't the easiest, probably. As long as you're not Bill Gates' daughter, I'm sure you have a fair share of troubles. And if you wake up in the morning telling yourself that you're lazy, that you're not going to do anything today, that you don't look good, you don't feel good, well, obviously that's how you're going to start the day. You're just going to start the day with that mindset. If you're the one talking down to yourself, who's going to bring you up? No one. You are the only person who can lift yourself up, and you can have all the love in the world and all the support in the world. The most important love and support to have is your own. Because if you don't like yourself, if you don't want to give yourself the life that you want, the life that you deserve, then nobody's gonna give it to you, because girl, you don't even think you deserve it. So what you need to do is to show up as the version of yourself you want to be. I'm not saying lie about your name, about your age or whatever. I'm just saying you wake up in the morning, you want to feel productive. You're gonna look at yourself and you're gonna be like, today I'm gonna be productive. You're gonna grab a piece of paper and you're gonna write, today I'm gonna be productive. Productive can mean anything. Just make your bed, good enough. That's productive. That's one step, and you have so many more steps to go. But what you did is taking step 1, which is the hardest step to take. And it's always great to complete something. Ooh, point number 7, stop bringing expired habits into a new season. It's so stupid, but like, okay, everyone does this whole reset for New Year's and the vision boards. It's a new beginning. It feels good to begin something on a new beginning. It feels good to start working out on a Monday. It feels good to start eating clean on a Monday. And you know what? We have seasons. You can like simulate this like feeling of renewal so many times. Like you can do it weekly technically, and you can do it monthly. You can do it, each season feels a little bit heavier because like 4 seasons in a year, you just feel better. Now we finally escaped winter and like spring is coming. It's like about blooming flowers and all that. And you can deny that it's like a good mood. Like if you live in a country with seasons, you just see seasons. It's so amazing. Flowers, and it's amazing. It feels great. It feels like life is coming back, you know. Winters are very hard. They are very hard for me. It helps me feel so much more motivated with a new season. The habits that you disliked last season, like you overslept quite a bit, okay, we're not bringing that into the new season. You wore some outfits that were like itchy, didn't like them, we're not bringing them into the new season. Like, why would we do that? Why would you like put yourself in an uncomfortable position? It could be literally anything. You're drinking out of a plastic bottle and it's starting to get stinky, throw that bitch away. I want a stainless steel bottle. New season, new bottle, new, you know, it's just like so many easy things. Just keep them away and bring new things into your life that make you feel good. I'm thirsty. Oh wow, I've never tried this. It smells good. Okay, it's Swedish. I tried it because it's Swedish. I went to like a store and everything. They had the same things that we have back in France, so like I was trying to find something, and I always do that most of the time. It's arguably good, and this is pretty good, so I'm happy. See, I'm bringing something new into a new season, and it tastes pretty good. So yeah, this, for example, it could have been about a drink. Then I would just be like, okay, I'm not buying that ever again. I'm not bringing that into a new season. You know what I mean? It's really like so many tiny baby steps, you don't even pay attention to them. That's why you need to keep track of what you're doing. Point number 8. I love this one. Make your life easier to maintain. Have a system for literally anything. And what I mean by that is more like the physical sense of it, the more practical sense of it. So sometimes you just think like the glow up, the feeling better, the improving yourself is like a huge change and your whole life's gonna change. It's not. It's just about tiny small things. Like for example, not now because I'm on a trip, but I've been doing like contour with fake tan and like fake freckles. Makes me feel good. And I do also the lip tint. It doesn't last that long, but it makes me feel good. Well, like when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, it looks good. So it makes me feel better. So when I do makeup, I have to do a little bit less than I usually would. And it just makes me feel better overall on my day, because when I look at myself, I look at a version of myself that I find prettier than usual. And it just makes me feel good. I'm like, oh girl, you're pretty. And it feels good to be pretty. It feels good to be put together, because your outer appearance is like in accordance with what's inside and what you want the inside to be. So it feels good. It's just that easy. You just grab heatless rollers and you do heatless curls. Your hair is gonna look better, and it might be a little uncomfortable when you sleep. You just have to find the solution. Like I used to not want to do it, and now I have like a better way of doing it, and that really doesn't bother me. And it's just that simple. Just make your life easier to maintain. That's it. Like something I've always done is if I know I'm going out the day after, I have my outfit, my whole outfit planned, and just put there. I can like play a video, check out my closet and plan an outfit for tomorrow. I know that tomorrow I'm going to be so grateful. I just need to grab it and wear it. I know a lot of people don't do that, and I don't understand how to do it. Like my husband doesn't do it, and I don't get it. Like why would you want to look at your things in the dark? It's just so much easier and convenient to make yourself easier, to make your life easier. I think all of this talking comes down to point number 9, which is raise your standards. Not like being dramatic, not wanting to talk to nobody, not feeling like you're better than everyone. It's not the case. And I think everyone is fighting like on their own, like everyone has their own journey. And I don't think people are better than people. I mean, this standard, your living standards, the way you talk to yourself, the way you talk to people, the way you present yourself, the men you let into your life. And this is a huge point. This, I feel like it could be a video on its own. But when you give power to someone who's mediocre and it's gonna bring you down, don't. because just don't, girl. Like, you know, when a friend tells you about someone characteristics and you know how bad they are, if you can recognize that for people, you should be able to recognize that for yourself, to your own standards towards yourself. Like how many times you're allowed to tell yourself you're going to do something and you're not going to do that. What is your standard on that? What is your standard on the amount of bullshit you're going to tolerate from someone, from a job, from something, from anything? Like I literally just quit my job because it was so toxic and I felt like I was back in middle school. And like, girl, I didn't do all that studying to just be here waiting, looking at the boss, flirting with anyways, that's like, that's also another topic. But just put yourself first and everything else will come into place. So yeah, basically like for this new spring, this new season, this new time period, it's not just about what's gonna come into your life, it's also about what's gonna leave your life, like we said. So no more excuses, no more vagueness, no more victim mentality, no more habits that make your life seem so much harder than it should be. I know it's not easy, and it's never gonna be easy because life isn't easy. And I think being a woman is sometimes much harder because you have just so many things to deal with on top of dealing with a woman's body. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. So I wish you the best for life. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to share anything with me, feel free to do it down in the comments. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, if you enjoyed, don't forget to let me know down in the comments, leave a little like. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you made it all the way to here, tell me how much you like cookies. Thank you so much for watching. I was thinking of a matcha cookie, that's why I said that. I don't know why. So yeah, bye. Placement. Should we do podcast style? I'm engineering the shit out of this. Oh God, this is hard. Man, this is not the kind of life I'm built for. Oh, we have something. Great.